Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are definitely nearing completion of our recovery from that Nexus storm. We're basically recovered at this point, and that is really good. We are of course constructing a bunch of orbital habitats, and that's fine for now. The area where we're a long ways away from finishing our recovery, of course, is minor artifacts. There's not really a good way for us to speed that up. We'll get another 500 here in 1600 days, but for now we're just going to have to make do with 29 per month, and that is reasonably fine. The Deluge fleet is very close to being completed. We can get our final cruiser going right now, actually. And can we even get a battleship going here? Yes, we can. Beautiful. So all we need now is 2 month ticks, and we'll be able to get the Deluge fleet fully stocked up. So that is wonderful. Very happy to see that. Now, we do have -0 on exotic gases at this point, and +6 on volatile motes. So rare resources are looking much better at this time. We finish up in orbital, that's fine. We're not too concerned about that one. Okay, so it is going to take a while to get all of these orbital habitats up and running, right? But that's fine. We know that that's a long-term plan. We're not really too concerned about, forcing the finish of that in this series. What I want to do at this point is I want to get our fleet built up. I want to get the war in heaven taken care of. So I want both of the wars in the war in heaven dealt with. I'd like to bulk up our border defenses. I don't know how viable that would be. Although I do think that there's a way that we can do that. So what we would do is we would go into our ship designer, and we would go to our Fire Coral class defense platforms, and we would remove the ancient weaponry here so that these no longer require ancient. They're now going to require alloys. We'd put in neutronium armor, and we would put in hyper shields for now, although we would really like to get level 6 armor and shields. Unfortunately, we missed our opportunity on that. I'm sure we'll have another opportunity eventually, but we'll have to actually do some fighting of the Awakened Empires to pull that one off. So that's fine for now. That then means that we can come in here and we can go into our defenses and we can quote-unquote upgrade this. That might give us back some minor artifacts. I'm not 100% certain on that. Why isn't the upgrade button working? That's interesting. I guess it's only working here? Fascinating.
Founding a new home.
Okay.
Research complete.
I don't really have an explanation for what's going on here, but sure, there's weirdness happening. I guess that's fine. So the Nunkey Station, we can start building a bunch of Fire Coral class defense platforms, and the goal here is to just be able to spend our alloys. Okay, volatile motes are a bit of an issue. That's noted. We're making 5 volatile motes per month, and I wonder how many volatile motes each costs. Let's grab ecological adaptation for now, and let's pop back over here and take a look. So this is 2 volatile motes each. Okay, we can just buy a lot of volatile motes like that, and that's not a big deal. So back over at Nunkey then, we can build more Fire Coral class defense platforms here. And get them building up like this, and then we can put back the ancient weapons later, and that'll be fine. So that's our max capacity there. And that was actually spending all of our alloys, getting the Nunkey defense platforms rebuilt. So that's fine for now. We can make our way through that, and I really wonder what I wonder if this wasn't pressing because we required... I bet it wasn't pressing because we required volatile motes. That's going to upgrade for minor artifacts. Hang on. What? Why? Why is it going to do that? It wants to put in minor artifacts here. I have no idea why. That's very strange. It should not want to do that. I wonder... The Marquez station did not rebel, so it can't be that. I was thinking if it was because it rebelled, but no, that cannot be it. Okay, well, let's make sure that the Deluge fleet is going to be maxed out here. We're just going to wait 1 month tick here. We'll have the alloys and the minor artifacts for that immediately. So there we go. And we can just build these defense platforms periodically when we notice that we have a large buildup of alloys, is the way that that's intended to work. So for now, that'll be fine. How many more minor artifacts are we going to need? It's going to be probably like 6,500, somewhere around there, I think. Probably, somewhere around there. So that's fine. That would indicate that we've gotten about half of what we need so far. So that's not too bad. Now, the crafty cuttlefish is currently idle in Targon, and it is indeed done here. So I would like to move on to Lem for right now. So we're just going to come out over here. What is this? Looks like we already have something being built here. Hang on. Yeah. So the Cephalos is going to be building here. So we don't need to come to Lem. In that case, we'll come to Eolum. And we'll come down this way and build a Habitat Central Complex, but we don't have the alloys just yet. So let's just enter orbit out over here, and that'll be fine. Actually, we should have the alloys now. There we go. We'll get that going. Perfect. So that looks good. And then we just finished up with the water nymph as well. So that is good to go up this way. I think we should go to Niza Taram and build an orbital somewhere around over here. Do we have enough? No. Okay. So this is going to need to travel. But on the next month tick, we'll have enough alloys. The real question is, with this quantity of construction ships, are we going to run out of influence? And we'll see. That'll be an interesting question for sure. A bunch of refugees coming in. We're up to 1270 pops, and that's really, really good. We need a lot of pops. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build that orbital habitat here. There we go. And let's check through to see if, with that influx of pops, if those were put to work or not. Looks like they were. Okay, so we do have a housing issue here on Moscot Prime, but that's being worked on. That'll be done in 22 days, so no problem there. That looks fine. Beautiful. So next up, of course, we would be trying to replenish the Black Tide here. Now, this is the highest priority area for our alloys. This is highest priority. The habitats are second priority. Building defense platforms are the tertiary priority. So that is not very high up at all on our list. The Black Tide has most of its battleships now. And what do we have? We have 108 minor artifacts. Okay, that is noted. So that means that this number should be accurate. 6,124 minor artifacts in total. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hit this reinforce fleet button, and that'll get 4 corvettes building. The corvettes are kind of the most expensive part of getting this done. So that's understood. We're going to need another big batch of corvettes for the White Crush as well, so that's going to take some time. Which is all absolutely understood. Cool. So there's an orbital finishing. I doubt that that's a construction ship done. Yeah, it's not. That's fine. We are down to 290 influence at this time, and we'll see what that goes up to as we complete more of these constructions. We may not be able to maintain this pace of habitat construction. Okay, so we just finished up in Spica. That is absolutely wonderful. The next question I have is, have these changed at this point? Also, 42. 42. Okay, so these are upgrading correctly. At least some of them are. Noted. But this upgrade button is not working because it's looking to upgrade with minor artifacts. But the Fire Coral class defense platform here, yeah, it's very strange. I'd like to up these to the current design. Huh. So this is an invisible design here. This is not the current design. The current design runs reactive armor, and it runs advanced shield hardeners, and these are reversed. But we can just go ahead and save this. So that's now here, right? Which means that we can cancel all of these. There we go. And then we can run this upgrade again, like that. We still can't upgrade these. It's not linked correctly. Uh-huh. Because this is the Fire Coral class defense platform here. I guess we're going to have to delete all of these and rebuild them, or just leave them. And that's probably what we're going to end up doing, is just leaving them. They're not a significant change. I don't know why they became unlinked from the Fire Coral class, though, and also why I can't say Fire Coral. I don't know. That's a weird one. But these upgrade fine. These don't. Nor do these. That upgraded, but only one of them. Weird. That is very strange. This is clearly a bug, and I don't really have an explanation for it.
Ships upgraded.
I'm actually going to cancel all of these Fire Coral class defense platforms here. Our Strategic Coordination Center is now operational. That is indeed excellent. But the reason why I'm canceling all of these is because we want to get them upgraded. Okay, let's have the game paused while we do this. That'll allow us to do this a little faster. Okay, so we want to have these upgrades happening, and then we want to just spam out these Fire Coral class defense platforms here. So this is the most recent iteration. Okay, so something like that. There we go. So anchorages don't require anything, nor does our trade hub in Valis.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
And then we've got all of these orbital docks up here. These are all orbital stations. That's fine.
Ships
and the Surpactant
upgraded.
station doesn't require anything either. So that looks good for now. Now, we've got a number of these that cannot be upgraded. The button here is grayed out, but the button here is not. That's weird. We're definitely running into a bug there. I think we're going to ignore that, though, and be like, we did what we could. And from here, we're just going to have to build these, quote-unquote, properly. Okay, so for now, we'll leave that be. That is fine for the moment. I want to come in here and continue to work on the Black Tide, so we'll hit this Reinforce Fleet button, get 3 more Corvettes going. That's not a lot of Corvettes, but it'll do for now. And the Mazoglia 8 is currently done in Radar Central. Okay, so that seems fine here. We don't need anything else there. Ah, we're negative on exotic gases again. Noted. We're going to head over to Diadem, and Diadem is, of course, a really good place for us. No doubt about that. So we're going to come over to, like, Diadem 2A, and we actually cannot build a habitat complex over that because it's a moon, right? It has to be over a core planet. So we're going to do exactly that. That looks good. Now, as far as the exotic gases go, I definitely want to do something about that. Let's see if we have any available jobs at the moment. I mean, we have lots of available jobs. Let's see if we have any unemployment. And we don't, is the answer. So to that end, I would like to come to, like, this refinery world. I'm going to put in a... Yeah, this is going to need to be an exotic gas refinery. That'll be fine for now, but of course we're going to have to put a job in here, or just prioritize that job, and I think that's what we're going to do. So I'd like to prioritize the... Where are we? That's Storm Dancers here, gas refiners. That's what I'd like to prioritize. Okay, so that was 3 jobs there, but this is going to be an additional gas refiner job, correct? Yes, and that gives us a gas refiner job as well. Noted. Okay, so that seems fine. Habitats have been upgraded. That is good. We can get access to living metal, but for the moment, I'm going to reduce our battleship build cost and increase our battleship build speed. That seems fine for the moment. And we can see 3 of our fleets are now fully set up and good to go. And we're still working on the Black Tide here. We can get a few more reinforced. Yeah, I mean, we're making 30 per month, right? And each one of these Corvettes is costing how much? Let's see here. 24. So we can make approximately slightly over 1 Corvette per month. It's not a lot, and that's because we're heavily limited by our minor artifacts. Once we're able to build up our minor artifacts, that won't be that big of a deal. So that sounds absolutely wonderful for now. I would love to get these to go away, these upgrades available buttons, because it's distracting. Unfortunately, I don't think we can. Hang on. What was this? This is upgrading for... Okay, it's 1 available to upgrade. So this one is working. It did not consume any minor artifacts to upgrade that. The rest of these are showing as not available to upgrade for some reason. And I don't know why. I have no idea. It's definitely bugged in some way. But I guess we'll just leave it be for now. Maybe we'll get there eventually. Hang on. Hang on. We're at 9 exotic gases, but I don't think that's the issue. This is now wanting to upgrade for minor artifacts over here. So this is clearly bugged. This is not even supposed to need minor artifacts for, well, the current version isn't supposed to need minor artifacts. The version it's trying to upgrade to doesn't exist. So I don't know what's going on with that. We can't do much about it, unfortunately. So we don't want to hit this upgrade button because that will cost minor artifacts. But some of these aren't in that situation. This one is. Okay. This can upgrade 12 platforms. Okay. Seems fine. We're upgrading our upgrades, I think. But whatever. Our defensive our defensive platforms are a bit of a mess. I think that's very, very clear. But for now, I guess it's okay. So the mischievous muscle is done over here in Nunki. We, of course, want to colonize this immediately. So we're going to do that, and we're going to need to build our orbitals here. So next up, we're going to want to build a major orbital here, and then around Nunki 4, we're going to do a major. We've got Nunki 2 to build a major around, and then Nunki 2A to build a minor. Up over here, the star, can we not build around? Apparently we can't build around this star. I'm not sure why. We'll build a minor here, and we will build a major here. And then we'll build a major here. This will be a major, of course. And then a minor right over here. Major orbital and a minor orbital. This will be a major, and this will be a minor. Why can't we build an orbital around the star? I don't know, but we can't. That's interesting. I do not have an explanation for that, but it is fine. Hang on, did we miss something out over here? No, that's the gateway. Okay, cool. We can normally build an orbital around stars, right? I mean, not in this case, because we've got a megastructure there. But if we come in here, oh, that's also a megastructure. If we come in here, yeah, there's an orbital around this star. So I'm not sure. Maybe we can't build an orbital around a star when it produces science? Or maybe it's because we have an upgraded station here. That might be it. I'm not sure what the differentiating factor is there. We could definitely experiment and find out, but I'm not sure it matters all that much. Up in Arras, we can get another colony going here. So Arras Prime, that'll be wonderful. And we're going to need to build a bunch of orbitals here. So we'll build a minor here. There's actually 2 moons here. So there we go. We should not be able to build one here, as expected. Okay, so this would be a major orbital, a minor around this asteroid. And then this would be a major orbital. This would be a major orbital. We should be able to build around this star with an unupgraded starbase, in theory. Yep, that looks fine. This would be a major orbital here, a major up over this direction. This would then be a minor orbital. Do we have any other asteroids in this belt? No. Okay. So then we come out here, build a major orbital, and down here, this would be a major. This would be a minor orbital, and then this would be a major orbital. So it would be something kind of like that. So that'll keep that construction ship busy for a while. That looks good. What are we full on? We are full on astral threads. Okay, we'll gain a physics insight and run an astral boost. And we have ecological adaptation at this point. Ooh, mega shipyard. We'll get that going, although that's a ways away. 153 months. Wow. Okay, so that seems absolutely fine for now. Beautiful. So we're currently producing a pair of colony ships. I also want to be continuing to work on our corvettes here. That's quite a number of them. So that's what, 9? Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll bring us up to 25 out of 56. So we're making good progress on the Black Tide, but we still need quite a lot of minor artifacts. Let's check in on our cooldown on our rubricator. Okay, 965 days before we can activate the rubricator. Sounds good. So no problem there. I want to check down this way again because I still want to know what's going on with these defensive platforms. We cannot upgrade any of these, but the game thinks we can. Clearly something went wrong here, and I don't know what. We could delete these and, like, cheat in the resources to rebuild them and do it that way, but I really don't want to do that. Hang on. This is just trying to update for, yeah, this is trying to switch them over to the wrong type. So as far as I know, the only way to get this to redirect to the correct class at this point would be to disband and rebuild. Because this is pointing to this thing. Whatever this is not this, even though it is the same thing. This is an invisible version that apparently is immutable at this point, that we cannot change. Because this is the version that we want. But this is the version that it's linked to. And it's trying to update these to a version that no longer exists. So that's weird. Maybe that'll get fixed when we restart the game, but to be honest, I doubt it. I suspect those are just kind of bugged forever now. We'll see what that ends up looking like, but I'm probably going to end up just ignoring them. I don't think it's worth the resources to get it shifted over, so it should be fine. I'm really not that concerned about it. So for now, let's continue to work on the Black Tide here. We'll get another 5 corvettes going. So that'll bring us up to 30 out of 56. Fantastic. Our fleets are definitely improving. Although, they've got a ways to go.
Protocols activated.
Okay, this research agreement is not going to happen. I can tell you that right
Ships
now.
upgraded.
And we are
Building
up to
a new
1282 pops now. That's looking pretty solid. So those corvettes are finished now, and how are we doing on those minor artifacts? We're up to 43 at this point. Yeah, 29 per month. There's not really a good way to continue that. Ah, more pops coming in. 1284 now. I like it. So that is absolutely wonderful, and we're going to continue to colonize these areas, of course. So we can see that our influence is broadly holding pretty steady with 8 construction ships. That is not bad. It's actually really good. I like it. How are we doing on alloys here? Well, the price is actually really low. I'm going to buy in a couple of batches of those. But now the price is a lot higher, so we're going to let that sit for a moment. That'll be okay. Now we can spend those alloys on some proper defense platforms. So we can come down to like wood barrel here, and we don't want to upgrade these because this is trying to bring this over to the minor artifacts area. But we can start building some fire coral class defense platforms here. And now we're lacking in exotic gases, which isn't surprising. We can buy in a few of those. Excellent. Okay, so that is max capacity in Woodbaril. So now we've got Amlitzer, which is out over this direction. This isn't a very high priority area, and I'm wondering if we even want to build these here. But I guess it's fine. We might get kicked out of the Federation when we start up the big one. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so there's a couple of new colonies coming in. First steps are always going to be gene clinics and a single habitation district.
Building a new home.
Okay, now we've got this one. That's going to be a gene clinic and a habitation district. Excellent. Okay, anywhere where we need to build any buildings yet? No, and I'm not surprised. Actually, kind of Ojlar's Tertius, but this is new. We're putting in a gene clinic right now. But again, this is not at all surprising when you look at locations like this, where we've still got 39 available jobs, and actually only 38 housing. So housing is going to be a potential issue here. We can swap over like one of these generator districts into being a city district, and that would actually fix that. So we can cut that off at the pass. We know we're going to have additional jobs needed for this fortress, as well as for our Storm Hollow Hall. So we can get those upgrading as well, and that will hopefully be about where we need that to be. Hopefully. The Udkavango Devourers have insulted us. That's very rude of them. And it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue to build up our fleets. We're making very solid progress on that, and continue to work towards unleashing the big one. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Also, I don't know why, but for some reason, we just went up to 30 minor artifacts per month. It's minor, but it'll help.